Hello and welcome to what I now think is episode 15 of me building this R2D2. I wasn't going to release this one, I was thinking about delaying it a week, but I think it was sort of fair to show the progression I'm making over time, again to try and give a realistic impression of what it is like to build a droid. So basically today I've been updating the electronics mounting board and changing the actual control system. There's been a few bugs in the system, it's taken a lot longer than I was expecting, so either way, join me over on the workbench and I'll show you what I've achieved in the past 2 days. So I'm just measuring up the new board alongside the old board and just seeing whether the cables themselves are actually going to reach where I think they're going to without me modifying and doing extensions. So this is the boring, tedious part now, just stripping down, unscrewing all the little things that I did to mount these components to the old board, including the remote, trigger for the kill switch, taking these little terminals off, and just unwrap. The masking tape was just there to sort of secure the wires in case they slipped out, so they wouldn't go very far. As a bit of a security measure from last time. I will do something more permanent and more secure once I'm happy that everything is fully functional. Because you know, it's like once you fasten things in permanently, there's usually a problem with what happens and you need to go back and undo everything. So I'm just going to wait till everything's sorted. So I've made a couple of mistakes with this one. This was supposed to be a little inset, like on the original where the circuit board would fit inside. But somehow between me exporting the model and printing it, it's gone solid. It's not a big problem, I can just stick it on top until the next version. And the other mistake is because I made a mistake with the circuit board, this now bit's sticking up here, which is going to interfere with where the receiver sits. So it will just about squeeze. But of course I'll fix this when I do the next version where it doesn't have this little extension board, and I'm probably going to get a 10-channel receiver anyway, which is a little bit larger. It's what I had originally before I blew it up a few weeks back. So I'll keep on going for today, because then I can at least get the arms moving, everything integrated within R2 today. So again, nothing exciting at this point, it's just me now refastening everything back in, the same way as before, and as I've already used the word tedious, the task of just putting all the wiring back in, and now I was thinking, I'm not actually happy with the configuration of where these components are, so I'm going to put some more time into designing a better board. Once it's all put in R2, I can really examine how the wires are trailing, and can I do some better quality cable management so things are a bit more secure and less likely to damage. Because right now there's a lot going on. I did contemplate deleting this scene to save you the tedium of watching it, but again I think it's just good to show that these things do take time, and I have speeded this up about 1000%, I think it is. So yeah, this was quite a slow process. Just doing a quick sort, what parts still need to go on the feet, so I can spray paint anything that needs spray painting while I continue just tweaking the electronics. Yes, I do have some duplicates because of R0. So these are okay, but these come in left and right sides, so they don't actually fit. So I've had to just sort of run off a couple more and start spraying those. Okay, I just reset it, and now it's just doing its own weird thing. Okay, bit of a bug in the system. Thumbstick left. So I'd better go and check my code and wiring. So I've just plugged it in to recode it, but now the actual LED on the ESP is not on. So I'm not sure what's going on there. So after a little bit of tinkering with the code and changing the servo cables around between the ESP, finally got the dome control working. got some sounds working, I've got the utility arms moving. Yes, it's going slow because I'm trying to hold my phone and the RC and spin the dial on the top of the transmitter. Not ideal for this purpose. Really just got a tripod out. But I've now got what I consider to be a fully functional R2D2. The dome is spinning, the arms are moving, the sounds are working, it drives. I just need to tidy it all up and do a few more greeblies, and then we can sort of say this stage is completed. Okay, I'm going to leave that there for today. I was hoping this was going to be the last video of this stage and have the fully working R2 and ready to go. Now, he's already done 2 conventions, so he's kind of done. It's just those kind of cosmetics. Now, while I was working the electronics, I was also working on gluing some of the foot accessories, greeblies, and gluing them on. I did try getting the hoses completed, but I really wasn't happy with the sharp ends of the wires of the foot hoses, so I'm going to revisit that in the next video. And then that really should be it for this stage of the basic R2. It's been 2 conventions already. Really pleased with that sort of presentation of him, but hopefully the next one I'll be revealing how long it's actually taken, and of course the one big key question, how much it actually cost. So remember to like, subscribe, positive comment below, always nice to read, and I shall see you in the next one.